side. Other way.
What?
On your back. Change music. Alright, there you go. It was alright, huh? Good. Huh? Take a breath there. There, right. There you go. Good job. Okay, you got this side up for me, on your side. Oh yeah. Go your back. Weren't expecting that, huh?
Mm-mm. You tricked me.
That's good.
No. No. Yeah.
This up? Let this go. Is that a smile? You going up? It's it. Hair drop. How's it going, buzz? Good. How are you? Still your phone? Ready to rock? Ready to rock? Let's go. You go face down for me, alright? Again, listen to the breath, right? It will tell you when you're on. If there was an adjustment, was there acceptance, was there adaptation? Okay, this side up for me on your side. Good. Bend this leg. Turn your head slightly to your right. Right there. Gotcha. On your back for me. There we go. So this is at the disc level, C5 on C6. Yeah. Yeah, man. So posterior and also superior on the right. So this last part will go here. And watch what I do with the pelvis with my leg. Creates that further rotation. So you get the whole spine to move with your adjustment. So often we'll have navigation of the pelvis with the torque because it's not just torque here. If you have torque here, it's going to change everything. Everything else is feeling really good. Look your back. actually contract his ears closer to his shoulder on the right side. It's usually anterior cervical on that side. Anterior cervical C5, this would be a C5 pull. Connect lateral and posterior SCM with the thumb. Fascial lock. Continue right there. So A to P through that joint.
Say A to P?
A to P lateral to medial, yeah. And then it's atlas on the right side. Posterior lateral. There it was. There you are.
You're good, bud.
Yeah, we're Remember, it's impossible for subluxation to be a local phenomenon, meaning that you can't have distortion, derangement, and dysfunction in one area that doesn't create something else in the rest of the body. So it's always an entire system adjustment, even if you only adjust one area, right? It's a pattern. There's a pattern of subluxation. So how are you unwinding that layer? And it's not always the apexes are the areas of most distortion that you have access through. There you go. Right there, breathe. Good. So you notice what you notice. Again, like awareness and breath is a way that a system can self-adapt, self-integrate. It's one of the internal forces, movement and breath. And then adaptation from external forces, but if they only rely on adaptation from the external forces, that's disempowering. Good, so he had a great release for sacrum. Sacrum doesn't need any more work. He was able to feel it, integrate it, and move that energy. Remember, if it's fixated, there we go. If it's fixated, there's muscles and fascia that are part of that cycle. And so, if you can reposition the muscle and fascia, they can internally, they can release some of that potential energy. So what was that? That was integration. So we put an energetic impulse and force through here, created a rotation to release fixation and potential energy, and it needed integration throughout the rest of the system again. Yeah, the more that we can all understand that this is not just this, that if I release it, even if I eat, so this holding pattern is causing something somewhere else. But even if this is a holding pattern and the rest of the system is neutral, if I release this, we still got to help the other system integrate. Because now it has to refine what its new normal is. On your back. And it can be something as simple as like just touch, it can be breath, it can be their movement. So this is interesting. It's C5 posterior on the right, C7 anterior on the left. So if I do this correctly, I'll get the C5 P to A release on the right and an A to P release on the left at the C6 on C7. We don't teach this. There it was. So it went through here and then the energy skipped the vertebral level and exited the other side. That was fucking clean. That was super clean.
Good job.
There's also a talus on the right side. We'll go ahead and release. I'm gonna warm my better. That's pretty fucking solid. Yeah, man. Look at that cervical. Oh my god. It's fun. It's, you know, my I bought my practice from Dr. Jen Wilhelm, who was, to me, like, still to this day one of the best chiropractic therapists I've ever met. And she told me, she's like, you know, when you are at a high level, go face down. It's like you're just throwing lightning bolts all day. It's just have fun, you know? And it's freaking true. Like, I'm celebrating the majority of the time. Like, I'm in practice, I'm like, that was fucking nice. Like, just like celebrating. And it's not an ego thing. It's like when you're in love and service and you've trained and trained and trained and trained and trained, the game is fun. Right? That's how it should be. Like when you show up and you're in practice, it's not practice, it's the game. This is like what you've been training for. That's why, like, when you see MMA fighters into the ring, like they have smiles on their face. Like, you're about to fight. Well, but you didn't know the hundreds and thousands of hours that they've been spending outside that ring training for the ring. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You go into whatever playing field, whatever performance, like, that's the time. Like, if you've done the work, it's fun. If you haven't done the work, it might be painful, right? So that's the goal, you know, through all the training camps, through all the hours spent in meditation and breath work and all that stuff. It's like, when you get to show up here, this is the showcase. P-L sacrum, this side up for me. Right there. There you go. Yeah, on your back.
I haven't been able to sleep for the past day and a half. I got like 2 hours of sleep the last 2 nights because I'm in like extreme pain here and here. That felt good.
So the master acupuncturist, right? Did they ask you anything about your symptoms? They read your pulse, they read your tongue, they look at your eyes, they provide their care. That's the master. Only westernized acupuncture asks you about your symptoms. Same thing with an elite level chiropractor, they're gonna ask you a damn thing. They notice what they notice. They feel what they feel. And they go to the cause. Oh, but right here. Nah, go to the cause, man. And going to the cause, here's another point. Going to the cause doesn't mean that they're going to flip it. This is a nerve system that we're helping adapt and evolve. And sometimes that means feeling more. Often it means feeling more. C5 on C6, posterior unilateral. So just the one side. My brother. Thank you. Solid? Yeah.
Opened up.
Yeah. So like when you first get going, you might have 1 to 2 adjustments in your entire day. Where those 1 to 2 adjustments were like that flow, that fun, right? And then maybe it's like a string of 3. And then it's maybe an entire shift. Like, so there's an entire morning that you went, that entire morning you were in flow. That entire morning you were almost 100%. And then it's full day. Full day. Can you imagine a full day where everything goes exactly how you had intention? And everybody's smiling or crying, what they're feeling, you know? Yeah, it's like as we as a society, do we need to feel less or do we need to feel more? I think we need to feel more. Everybody else is trying to help you feel less. Express less. Numb you down. And we have the potential to be like, nah, actually there's more there. Actually, it's you running that's causing all this stuff you're experiencing. So why don't you lean in? So for Adam, distortion here due to sacrum though. As soon as I unwind here, he opens up here. Which is the primary? Sacrum's the primary. This side up. Can I get a pillow for him? We got that red one. Something going on? What's that? Something's going on. Yeah. So earth. Got it. Right back. When you are just earth people. You gotta be careful with your rhythm and flow when you got earth. That's when you get mechanistic.
Robotics. Like it.
There we go. You got Ricardo, we got Bones. Yeah? You in?
Go for it. You first, man.
Alright.
Huh?
Go on, go on.
No, you're in. Get your ass on the table. You're first. And I would be honored if I'm in. That would be awesome.
We'd love to. System's also open to tonal, our lighter force application. You'll see how people breathe if they're open to lighter touch and exploration. There you go. Yeah. Good integration from here. Stuck here. See that one? You see, that was a wave effect to that one. It went through and it waved all the way through, so that's nice. More than likely, if there's anything, it's upper neck. And follow the adjustment wave. Super clear. Super clear. On your back. Okay, occiput on the right posterior lateral. That was occiput for sure. Sounds different. Occiput on C1. It has a slightly deeper resonance when you adjust occiput versus C1 on C2. Clear.
Oh god. Oh yeah, I needed that.
Yeah, so you see there, one tonal application and 2 osseous applications.
I made it.
Come on, sir.
Honored.
Thanks for dropping by, man. Happy to come by your class.
Yeah.
See, so Bones has uneven wear on the left heel. To me, like the future of chiropractic is all about the openness and willingness of chiropractors to engage with one another.
Amen.
So regardless of what technique, regardless of what philosophy, regardless of what color, regardless of location, we all have something to learn. Okay, so we're posterior to the T6. However, I want to see how I can make this significant for him. What would make this significant is to get a deeper set than he's used to. And so we need to find a way to have this go more posterior to anterior. I think it's going to happen. Bend your knees for me. So that little arch in the back will allow for a slightly greater translation. It's already happening. And then your head just like at 2 millimeters in extension. That's the other piece I want. So right there. I got you. There we go. Now let it go down and head goes back to neutral. Also have some CT. Many chiropractors have been in the field for a while. We'll get CT stuff. As much as we want to have our head neutral. Oh. We usually don't.
It's inflation. That's true.
Yeah. Good. So the reason I went to these two areas first, when I tried to engage his sacrum, this was the anchor, right? And so we needed to adjust the anchor first. Now I can actually will get way better movement on the pelvis. There's a posterior sacrum on the left. Put this out for me. Right there, perfect. There we go. Now you're back with a solid. Whew. Good. Yeah, really good movement to the left, a little jammed when he goes to the right. C2 on C3, and the C2 is slightly superior, so we're going to traction it down while untucking occiput to create more space. what you'll find is higher levels of fine tuning come from the support hand. How are you actually opening and gapping facets with the support hand? That's really easy. Yep. All right, brother. Yes, sir.
Masterful. Masterful. Thank you very much.